Hey guys, what is up? I'm back again today with another deck profile for you. I mean, a lot of my deck profiles are updated versions of old decks that I used to play. World Chalice being one of them, a deck that I find to be like very successful. Its toughest matchups or matchup is, of course, True Dracos. True Dracos is extremely tough for this deck, but I see True Dracos getting hit because True Dracos is tough for every deck. And with spam heavy decks being more prevalent, I feel like this deck itself will see a lot more success in the future. And I think it just recently topped, it got like second at a regionals just this last week. So, anyways, let me go into my list for you. It's very generic, very simple, and it's not high rarity, except for, this. I just put it in there because I like it. It's not high rarity, so it's pretty cheap as well. The most expensive cards you're going to need is Borreload, Firewall, and Saryusha. Everything else, cheap. Oh, and Gamma Seal. But Gamma Seal is relatively inexpensive. So, anyways, let's get into it. Very generic, very simple deck profile, but very successful. So, I run two World Chalice Guard Dragons. Some people choose to run one. I think two is perfect. I don't want to use him up my first turn and then not be able to use him again. He's a hand trap. The World Chalice Guard Dragon's a hand trap. Also, you can banish him from the grave when he's sent to the grave or in the grave, whatever, to special a normal monster in defense position to a link zone, pointer. So, very good versatile card. You can special summon him out with, the World Chalice World Legacy, searchable by Lee. So, very important. I think you should have two. One is too little. Three is too much. So, I run two of him. Next, I'll run three, Lee, the World Chalice Fairy. You got to run Lee at three because Lee searches all of your World Chalice cards. Most of the time, you want to be able to special summon Lee and be able to grab your World Legacy World Chalice and start going off from there because World Legacy World Chalice, when it's sent to the grave, does a whole bunch of good stuff. So you want this card, searches all your World Chalice monsters. Next, I run three chosen by the World Chalice. I don't run the other Manila or Vanilla, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't run the other World Chalice monsters, just him because he's a psychic and he's an E-Tally target, and I already have enough monsters as it is. So, three of him. Next, triple World Legacy World Chalice. Best rare in the game. It's a super rare now, but you tribute summon this card, right? If this tribute summon card leaves the field, whether it's banished, destroyed, sent to the grave, he can special summon out two World Chalice monsters from the deck to your field. So it's usually for me like Guard Dragon and Chosen. That's usually how it is for me. So I love it. It can also negate a special summon. Let's go ahead and let's read this together. So during your main phase, except the turn, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, you can banish it from the grave and add another one of these or World Legacy World Heart. Also at the top, you can tribute this card, send the monster to the graveyard if a monster is special summoned from the extra deck. So, great card. Sorry if I seem like out of it. It's because I am. I woke up really fucking early today. I woke up at like 4. All right, so next we got three, the Agent of Creation Venus. This card is amazing. This is whatever you want it to be. You want a Firewall, you want a Borreload, you want a Saryusha. You got it right there. So you got to run the Agent of Creation Venus at 3. I don't think there's any excuse not to. I guess you could run it at 2, but it's a 3 of. You want to see it as soon as possible. Next, to run along with it, you got your 3 Mystical Shine Balls. Pay $1,500, bring out all 3 of them, and you make your Saryusha or your Borreload or whatever you want to make. Next, I run 2 Gamma Seal. Because if one of them gets outed, I need another one. A lot of people just run 1 Kaiju. I don't think that's, the smartest. I understand for space you want to run 1, but then I run 1 Raiden. because this can create tokens, and also if I'm playing 2 Dracos or anything with a monster that I can't out or that's causing me problems, I can just kaiju it with Raiden and not worry if I have Waterfront on the field, because if you give them a Gamma Seal, you just giving them the game. So, yeah. Next, I run 1 Rescue Ferret. You get this out with Saryusha, it's great. You can special summon monsters. When this is special summoned, you can shuffle that card back into the deck. It's just its effect period. You can shuffle that card back into the deck and special summon monsters whose levels equal exactly 6 to zones that Link monsters point to. So if I had Firewall on the field, I could bring out a level 3 and a level 3. Because it has to equal exactly 6. So it's a great card to get off Saryusha and special summon him out. So yeah, I run him at 1. I don't think anyone runs him at more than 1. Alright, next one, Archlord Christia, because the Gamma Seal Archlord Christia lock is amazing. Next, to Exodius, because I have 2, I'd run 3 otherwise. It's amazing when you shuffle back in all of your Shine Balls and all your monsters, because you use up so much resources. And then lastly, 1 Gem Knight, Lazuli. Sucks drawing into this guy, and it happens more times than you may think, but he's a great extender. If you have normal monsters in the grave, when he's sent to the grave off Brilliant Fusion, he'll add 1 of them back to your hand. So that's it for all my monsters. I don't know if you noticed, it's a recurring trend in all my videos and deck profiles. I don't really run hand traps. I'm too cheap to buy Ash Blossoms and Ogres when I feel like they can be played around. I feel like they can win you games, but at the same time, like, I don't want them. So, yeah, no hand traps in this deck. So, like I said, relatively budget build. All right, so let's go into the spells. 2 Waterfront, because you want to search your Kaijus, and Gamma Seal does its thing with Waterfront. 2 Terraformings for the Waterfront, so you can see it as soon as possible. Emergency Teleport. Going back to the Terraformings, you don't want to run 3 and 3. I can tell you right now, there was a game that I played where I drew a Gamma Seal, 2 Waterfronts, and 2 Terraformings, and I was sick because it was like I had lost like 1 match against True Dracos, and it was literally what was going to keep me from topping, so it kept me from topping. It was another True Draco player. Anyways, so Emergency Teleport for you chosen by the World Chalice. 2 Transmodify to use on your Shine Balls if you don't have anything to start with. It's the best starter with Lee. You normal Lee. You grab your World Legacy World Chalice. You Transmodify into Venus. Venus brings out your Shine Balls. And you go off from there and you make a Skull Dread. And you usually have a turn 1 Gamma Seal. So, yeah. 1 World Legacy World Heart. Great card. Recycle resources. And it stops one of your World Chalice monsters from being destroyed by battle. You just banish it from the graveyard. This deck wouldn't be World Chalice without Brilliant Fusion. Amazing card. Really hope it doesn't get hit. I don't see why it would, except for the FTK. But I don't even know if they abuse it like that. And then my last 4 cards are also spells. I run no traps. If I was going to run a trap, it'd be like 1 Solemn Judgment. 2 Called by the Grave. If I have it in hand, they're not going to stop anything that I have. This deck already plays around hand traps like crazy, so just 2 of them. And then I would love to change it to like 2 Herald of the Orange Light, but only if I can get the multi. This whole deck, max rarity, would be insanely expensive, so I'm not even going to attempt that. But 2 Called by the Grave, a Soul Charge, amazing. You have this, game. You're making anything you want. And then 1 Monster Reborn, because it extends. So yeah, that's my deck, the main deck. Like I said, very simple, relatively budget. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna get into this extra deck over here. Okay, so you got your 1 Seraph Knight, because you need that extra normal summon. You've got your 3 Imducks, because they also give you an extra normal summon if you battle. And there's a monster in the zone that this points to. You can destroy it at the beginning of the battle step without it really battling. Like I said, extra normal summon goes to the, gets destroyed. Procs one of your World Chalice monsters to be special summoned. 1 Link Spider, it should be 2, so you can continue making Link plays and do your extra Link and end Goki's life. If you're playing Nightmare Gokis, if you're playing Spiral Nightmares, you're playing anything like really, really like reliant on the extra deck, extra link them. This deck can extra link with ease. So, Link Spider. Run it at 2. I only have 1 because I'm a scrub. 2 Ibs, because Ib is a great card. It's able to protect cards on the field. This link card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Your opponent cannot target this link card with card effects. If a monster this card points to would be destroyed by a card effect, you can send this to the graveyard instead. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you do what? Special summon a World Chalice monster. Then you have Orm. This is to, get your World Chalice plays going, make an Ingrisu, draw 3. Great card. One of my old favorite plays used to be like, get this with like a waterfront, make this. Have a monster right here. Bring out, send Gamma-Seal to the grave somehow with, Lee. To, keep extending plays. Or, Archlord Christia off Brilliant Fusion. Send that to the grave. Bring out Gamma-Seal. And then tribute a World Chalice monster here to bring out Archlord Christia. And it's like a soft Gamma-Seal Archlord Christia lock. There's no, Firewall Dragon with a bounce involved. But that in itself, they can't really get over that. Proxy Dragon, of course, as a 1-up to keep going. Tri-Gate Wizard, because when it's got all 3 arrows pointed, code-linked, it's amazing. If you're going second and you make it with just 2, you can still banish a card in the field, so Tri-Gate Wizard is absolutely worth it, and he's 2200, so he's not necessarily weak either. We got 1 Ningrisu, because Ningrisu doesn't target and allows you to draw cards, and it's also 2500. He's really not that hard to bring out, not in this deck at least. So there we go. And then our last 4 cards, I'm sure you can guess what they are. Skull Dread. Draw 4, put back 3, special summon, have him gain 300 attack. Borreload. Because it's Borreload, I don't think I need to explain what Borreload does. And then lastly, Firewall Dragon for your combos. This is a OCG version. Here is my American version. So yeah, that is my deck. I can do test hands or combos or whatever, but there's plenty of those online. But yeah, I'll do them anyway. If you guys are interested, please leave a like. If you don't like it, tell me why. If you like it, do tell me why. Sorry if I seem low energy, it's because I am. Not enough coffee and not enough monsters can do the trick for me today. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed. I hope that this gives you some sort of ideas for your own deck. And if you like World Chalice, I'm telling you right now, it is extremely competitive. The only problem is it's slightly inconsistent, slightly, very slightly. But that very slightly can cause problems. So the only extra thing I would run in here is Nightmare Griffon, because it's like a walking skill drain. You can extra link the whole board with a Griffon and leave a Gamma-Seal out. You're good. No board wipes, no special summon monsters, no special summon monsters making their fucking effects go off. It's great. So yeah, that's everything. I'm gonna upload this and yeah, give me an idea of what you want to see next. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.